Feel about it. That's what Congressman Jim Jones wanted to find out, and today he held a public hearing to listen to the views of his constituents. News Center 2's Anthony Mason went to that meeting and found out that a lot of folks had something to say. So many, in fact, that the meeting, I understand, is still going on at this hour?
That is right, Betsy. For months we've been listening to the president and cabinet officials. Well, today it was our turn. And while all the people who showed up to speak today had an audience of only one man, that man is a very important one, the chairman of the House Budget Committee, Jim Jones. When Jim Jones went after the House Budget Committee chairmanship, he promised it wouldn't be for himself, but for his constituents. Today, those constituents came out in the hundreds to speak their minds. It was a public hearing on the Reagan budget cuts. Most came to listen, but more than 90 people signed up to speak. Each was given 5 minutes, and quietly, the congressman today listened to all sides.
I ask you, how do we measure the cost of an undernourished child? How do we justify balancing the budget with food taken from the mouths of hungry children?
What Reagan is doing is cutting the programming in small communities in Oklahoma for artists in residence and art in the schools, and he's leaving the federal bureaucracy intact.
Not an issue was left untouched, and all the comments were taken down to be included in the congressional record. About halfway through the 8.5-hour hearing, the congressman took a moment out, and he was impressed, he said, with what he had seen and heard.
Out of this, I think common sense usually emerges, and we're able to improve on the product. And that's what Congress is to do, is to reach out to the people and to find out what they think and how things can be improved. And that's what I hope to achieve.
Tomorrow, Congressman Jones will be returning to Washington and to Congress, where work on the Reagan budget continues. All of the opinions expressed at the meeting today, he says, will be going with him.
Now, what happens if somebody missed today's meeting and wants to let their views be known?
Well, the congressman says he wants to hear from as many people as he possibly can. So if you want your comments to be included in the congressional record with the others, he asks that you write him by next Wednesday, March 25th. But